When you signed one of the biggest films of your career, he is one of the most successful and big filmmakers in the country. Mr. Nadiadwala is the biggest producer. You're working with Varun, big star. When this film goes on OTT directly,
So many times when you step out and people come and say, we love Dangal, we love Chichore, even Chiller Party.
right?
You just feel grateful and say thank you. You never ask them whether you watched it in theatre or whether you watched it on TV or whether you watched it on a screen.
In today's climate, in today's economical climate,
Yeah.
you cannot make a film without a OTT partner.
Yeah.
You cannot, because your 70% of your capital to make a film is coming from
Wow,
70%.
70%.
Or the fact that OTT platforms are a big part of the entertainment industry now, and we're all consumers of such platforms.
Right. Guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. Good to be with y'all in Dubai this time. And I was at the trailer launch yesterday. I'll start with you, sir. Trailer decision of what to put, what not to put, how tough is that? Because ज़्यादा दिखा दो तो लोग बोलेंगे अरे सब तो ट्रेलर में दिखा दिया, कम दिखाओ तो लोग बोलेंगे अरे समझ में नहीं आया. What is that decision of making a trailer firstly?
This is always a very tough call to take.
Right.
And no wonder we end up cutting some 7, 8, 9 versions of trailers. And then we keep on trying to put something, remove something, put something, remove something. End of the day, it's a gut call.
Right.
It's a very difficult choice to make. How much to keep and how much to let go.
Right.
I believe that it should be something which should make people want to watch to know why this trailer was shown, and I think that was the objective which we kept.
Right.
Reveal certain things, hold back most of it, keep it intriguing enough for people to say, let me go and see, and let the film do the talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Varun, we saw the trailer has some lovely moments of your comedy. You're known for that. People expect that when they see you. How much of that has he exploited and how much of that is in the movie? Because today humor is so important. Everybody's like, humko hasna hai jaake.
A lot.
Okay.
I can promise everyone watching this that there's a lot of humor, and so has really pulled that out of me, and obviously we've tried to do it in a different way, and there are a lot of funny instances. You can see when Ajju and Nisha are traveling, and there are instances where I meet some fellow travelers from India. So lots. Humor to बहुत भरी पड़ी है. Even in the when things get intense, there's always now and then a little joke to break things up, because that's Nitesh's writing is like that. Now and then मतलब serious moment में कोई ना कोई कभी कुछ stupid बोल ही देता है जिस पे हम सब हंसने लगते हैं. So it's I think the full film is laced with that, because Ajju is that kind of guy.
Okay.
But definitely you will see, like you saw, there are very varied emotions which he goes through, which every human being goes through, I think. And how Nisha and he, the things that they go through, how it changes both of them,
Right. And your character, what kind of a love story is this?
I think it's a very real love story.
Okay.
I think it'll probably be relatable for many reasons to a lot of people. But I think from Nisha's point of view, the one takeaway is that she doesn't give up on love easily, which I think is a big thing. It takes a lot of courage. Yeah.
Right. To both of you, Varun, you both have done big films. You both have done films that are, like say for you, for example, you did October, you did Millie. These are films that are so character driven. Does it take a different muscle to prepare for something big like Bawaal?
So when eventually I got on board for Bawaal and all that stuff, I went back and I put on Dangal. I saw it and then I'm like, shit, Amir sir is done. I scared myself, and then I would keep calling sir and saying, kya karu. And sir was like, Ajju bhaiya, he's a little bit bigger. You should have muscles, this, that. He's a teacher, but he's so much into his image that he carries that persona.
Right.
So I really got into lifting heavy weights and all that time, and I would keep sending him pictures till sir ka.
बाइसेप इतने हो गए सर और चाहिए क्या?
Because you know, I'm
अभी
like,
तक है.
no, नहीं, अब बहुत कम हो गया अभी उधर से. But the thing was, I had psyched myself so much because like I'd seen the transformation which Amir sir did was wonderful. So I just kind of put that pressure on myself that I had to do it. You know, I don't know whether he was expecting. I don't think he was wanted more, but
No, I had to tell at one point of time that this is good enough because he's not really a bodybuilder. He just makes muscles just so that he can wear tight shirts and impress people and then just show off. He's a show off. You know?
Did he stop at that or no?
No, he did.
Yeah.
He's a. Both of them are very disciplined is what I can say.
I wanted to ask you that what kind of actors are they and what kind of actors do you like? How much are they invested and how much investment we would like?
See, I like all kind of actors. See, everybody comes from a very different school of thought, you know,
Right.
which is everybody has a different ways of preparing themselves. And I've worked with so many actors in the past, and nobody has one particular way
Right.
that this is how I prepare. You know. And my idea is that what do I need to do with them to be able to get the best out of them? You know, I have to get that going basically. So I sit and I chat and then I try to understand. Okay, this guy likes to do this, you know, and I believe in giving a lot of freedom.
Right.
You know, I'm a very democratic kind of a director. I'm very open to opinions and discussions and
You're
everything.
okay if they try something different?
Absolutely, you know, as long as it is falling into our scheme of things, and as long as it doesn't become something which is alien to the material which we have.
Right.
You know,
Right.
again, you have to do justice to the material which you have on paper. And yes, they are very different actors. You know, end of the day, but what they brought on table is exactly what the vision was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So आप ऐसे घूम के आइए या ऐसे घूम के आइए. Ultimately, if you are arriving where you want to arrive,
Right.
that is what matters.
That's so good to know. Janhvi, like same thing what I asked him, that you know when you prepare for a milli, it's so different when you prepare. What kind of muscle are you exercising to mentally prepare for Bawaal?
I think for me, with all of my films, the thrill of it is to just follow the lead of the director.
Okay.
And like every actor's process is different, I think every director's process is also different.
Right. Yeah.
So for example, in Jerry, they wanted me to do a lot of extensive prep. In Millie, he didn't even want me to read the script. He just said, land up on set, there's a freezer ready for you. Bawaal was in the middle a little bit. I mean, we did a lot of extensive prep and discussion. So I think it's exciting for me to discover how different processes affect me differently and how that changes my performance. So I just like following my director's
You're
lead on
putting
that.
full faith in that. If someone says you, I don't want you to read, come, there's a freezer, you're okay with that? Or because a lot of actors I know will be like, nahi, humko batao kya hai, then hum aayenge.
No, but I like trying new things. It's an adventure. It's a part of filmmaking.
Right.
So that's what keeps it exciting. And you're also trying to understand what your craft is, what works the best for
Yeah.
you. So now when I look back at what works for me objectively, I guess it's a little bit of all of this. I don't like to over prepare, but I don't like to go in completely blind either. So
पर इस पे एटलीस्ट लहजे पे, डिक्शन पे, मैनरिज्म, बॉडी लैंग्वेज पे वो बहुत काम हुआ.
बहुत काम.
उस पे तो हुआ था, मतलब in the sense they would happen in chats only. They would
Okay.
happen like it would just be like coming in an afternoon, having lunch with sir, and then extensively going over lines and talking about it. उसमें ही मतलब निकल जाता था.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think.
Right. You know, this is to all three of you. Janhvi, I'll start with you. When you signed one of the biggest films of your career, he is one of the most successful and big filmmakers in the country. Mr. Nadiadwala is the biggest producer. You're working with Varun, big star. When this film goes on OTT directly, are you taken aback initially, honestly?
I think the answer is in the question only. All of these people that you named, they are so much more experienced
Okay.
than I am, and they have so much more wisdom about these things than I do. All I know is that we've made a film that we all believe in a lot, and the agenda for any film is for it to reach audiences.
Okay.
And if collectively we think that this is the best way for this film to reach as many people as possible,
Right.
then I mean I'm all for it. We
So
made the film for the people.
So it's good to accept the changing times. You're saying maybe this is how the future will be. This is how everybody will watch movies.
Yeah, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but we can't ignore the fact that OTT platforms are a big part of the entertainment
Yeah.
industry now,
Yeah.
and we're all consumers of such platforms.
Right.
So there's no, I think it's great.
Right. Varun, you know, actors have, you know, seeing yourself on the
Sorry,
big.
just to continue on
Please.
what she was saying, is that this is the truth. I don't know.
Please.
Theaters are not going anywhere.
Right.
They're here to stay. That collective experience of watching a film and celebrating is here, and we love it. And we love it as actors. That's the biggest joy and the biggest high you get. We love it. But in today's climate, in today's economical climate,
Yeah.
you cannot make a film without a OTT partner.
Yeah.
You cannot, because your 70% of your capital to make a film is coming from
Wow.
70%.
70%.
So, I mean, you should ask any producer for that matter how important are the OTT players for them to make films today. They will tell you how important they are.
Right. So one has to understand the producer's point of view. So the theatre market is fragile, right? Like it is, you know, you don't want your film to make 40 and stop. You know, that's
No. Obviously, see, theatre box office has always been in, up and down, and you have to go with it. It's if you make a good film, I still do believe it's going to work. You make an entertaining film, it is going to work. It's going to definitely give you something back. You have to keep the conviction. But I thought from the time I started as an actor, only people this talk was going on. Ki theatres are not firing as much as it used to.
Really?
Yeah, I that time also they would say same thing. Would say इतना नहीं हो रहा, इतना नहीं हो रहा. अब करे but
कि इतना तो हुआ जुड़वा वुड़वा दोस्त
नहीं but उतना they would keep. I think that pressure is always there, that
right.
of reaching a higher number. So somewhere you have to be like, that will happen. If a
Right.
film is great, it's going to happen. It's not like we are getting any of that money.
Correct.
We are not producers on it. But it's not about that. It's about the love you get. And I feel with Bawaal, as long as the film is going to reach enough people, it's going to reach 200 countries, it's going to come out day and date, and we're trying to get that, trying a global approach towards this film. And you can do it with a film like that. I can't
Right.
do it with another film, you know. So I feel we'll know on 21st of July how it gets received.
nice. You know, sir, I asked this question to your producer yesterday. They both have answered. We would like to know your version of this. That you know, you went on to starting this for the big screen, and then now it's on OTT. Where are you on this?
See, my thing is that it's made for the audiences, and as long as they get to watch it,
Right.
you know, irrespective of the screen size,
Right.
you know, is where that's what's going to make me happy. And the more the number of people, you know, as a storyteller, you want your story to reach as many people,
Right.
you know, and in this case, if it's going to be reaching so many more people from around the world,
Yeah.
given the context of the movie, you know, it can only make you happier. And I kind of, you know, went back and asked myself that question, you know, that there are so many times when you step out and people come and say, we love Dangal, we love Chichore, even Chiller Party.
Right.
You just feel grateful and say thank you. You never ask them whether you watched it in theatre or whether you watched it on TV or whether you watched it on a screen, you know. You only just feel grateful that they loved your work, you know. And I think that is what matters. Love is what matters.
Also,
Yeah, is what-
पहले जब हम लोग फिल्म देखते थे, हम लोग बोलते यार ये क्या मजा आया ये फिल्म देखने में, अंदाज़ अपना अपना देखने में. You don't at that
No one
time when it
remembers the
released.
number.
No, the numbers for such a great, like iconic cult film like Andaz Apna Apna weren't great. But now when you remember it, you're like, wow.
And you're always watching it on the small screen
But
only. Somewhere.
but today, which I feel is our fault only as an industry, is that
Yeah.
today we are shoving numbers in everyone's faces, and we all are doing it. Even I'm doing it. I'm not saying I'm holier than thou or anything like that. But I'm just saying the shoving of numbers has become so much for perception, for image. वो इतना हम लोग कर रहे हैं कि the discussion of good and bad is becoming secondary.
That's what the discussion should be ideally,
The
right?
discussion
Why
should-
should everybody know the numbers?
क्योंकि वो that पैसा ना ही audience को जा रहा है ना ही.
But industries don't need to be blamed for that.
That's what I'm saying exactly.
And
that's
even
the
OTT
wrong thing.
tomorrow, where this is the most watched OTT show, most watched. This
It's
will.
no, it's coming here also.
Yeah.
The viewership, the numbers, the thing. Janhvi will only call Prime and say, let's put out these numbers. I know it.
I guess there's a
Who is
human,
better? Sorry.
No, I was saying that there's a human need to quantify or get some tangible evidence
True,
to
true.
measure the success of something. But like Nitesh sir said, when they congratulate you on
That
a
is the
film,
biggest,
they don't say कि वो film आपकी इतना कमाया वो film ने. They say that we love the film, and that will only happen once it reaches them, and that's going to reach people through Amazon.
Has
and-
That is very honest.
Has anyone come to you and said, Sir, Dangal में 400 crore बना
Yeah,
आपने?"
congrats 400 crore
Does
के लिए.
anyone say that?
And no one said that कि चिल्लर पार्टी ने कुछ भी नहीं बनाया फिर भी कितनी अच्छी फिल्म थी. No one ever said that.
Yeah, they just
Right. So between them, if you were to leave marketing in their hands, who is better? Do you think?
if sir leaves it to me, nothing will ever be marketed ever.
I think Janhvi.
I
Yeah,
think
so say honestly, yeah.
I would leave it up to Varun is what I
Varun.
would say.
I think everyone here would leave it to Varun.
No. See, I'm very proud also of this film.
Of course.
So that's why there is a extra, maybe a excitement that let's do something a little different also. Hence we are here. We are trying to do it as a global launch. We are here. We've got so much press down over here. You know, from world over press. It's the first of its kind. Nobody's done this before. You know, we're doing a press junket.
Yeah.
If you can say so. And I was just telling sir that I wish we could do this after everyone saw the film. So the
That
conversation,
would be really nice. Yeah.
you know, would be more interesting.
It will be very different.
Exactly, it'll
Yeah.
be very, very different.
Right. Thank you guys. Lastly, you know, this is your camera. If you were to tell me and the audience, हम आपकी फिल्म क्यों देखें, क्या है इसमें? Please, both of you.
क्योंकि हमारे फिल्म में सब कुछ है. हमारे फिल्म में रोमांस है, कॉमेडी है, ड्रामा है, दर्द है, वरुण धवन है, नितेश तिवारी है और मैं भी हूँ. और बहुत साजिद सर है और बहुत अच्छी फिल्म है. दिल से बनाई है हमने. So please watch it and tell us what you think.
Right. Varun?
नमस्कार, हमारी फिल्म आ रही है 21 जुलाई को और प्लीज़ देखिए. नाम है बवाल. माहौल बनेगा और बहुत मजा आएगा.
See, this is why you have to leave marketing to these
Yeah,
people. Yeah. Thank you so much and all the very best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.